So a while ago, I played Mince Hints with my friend, Mascot horror game. Figured I'd record my thoughts on it like I tend to do with these things. This is my little audio journal, I guess. So for one, I think the idea of Mince Hints is cool. You know, that being a kind of a Blue's Clues inspired venture. You know, very Amanda the Adventurer core of you. Which, to be honest, I probably like this game a little bit more than Amanda the Adventurer, and I really do not like this game. Amanda the Adventurer video will come out at some point. I have many thoughts. But, so Mince Hints. I think the art style of the game is okay. I like all these little characters with their little eyes. I don't know, I just think it makes the world a little more interesting. You can talk to a lot of them, which is kind of funny. It's just a cute little detail to put in there. The opening cutscenes, you can see them on screen right now. It's like this live action, it's like Blue's Clues. You know, you got little Steve character there in the front. I appreciate the passion. I'll say that much. I appreciate the passion. I appreciate the ideas. That being said, I couldn't really get into it, I think, in the way they were expecting, but it is very funny and it made me laugh, so that's always worth something, you know. That being said, you know, that's about where my positives end. The titular mints themselves, I don't know, I really do not care for this character design. In general, I really don't like, the mascot horror trope of tiny smiling characters, being the monsters, right? Because if something is like roughly football sized, I just think in my head, I'm like, well, I could just kick it and then it's dead and I win. Like, for example, there's that section in Puppy Playtime Chapter 3, and there's quite a few more in Chapter 4, where you encounter hordes of like these little creatures, these little smiling characters, right? And the game insists that you must be scared of them. Like in Chapter 3, touching one will kill you instantly. Like in Chapter 3, killing one, instant death. You know, you die immediately. In Chapter 4, you know, they'll eat away at you and they'll kill you immediately. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, could you not? Okay, could you not? Okay, for one, how are they biting you? They can't bite. Their mouths are permanently smiling, like big wide open smile. They don't have teeth. They can't bite you. And for two, if they jump at you, could you not just, like, grab him by the belly, and then grab him by the top of his head, and then just rip his head off? It'd be so easy. They're like teddy bears. They're little stuffed toys. Why could you not just do that? Like, if one jumps at you, you just kick it to the ground, and then stomp on it until, you know, it's just a little stain. Why do you have to, like, why do you have to, like, maneuver around them? It felt very silly to me. And I don't think there's any possible way you can do that trope of itty-bitty little smiling characters being the monsters, that will ever, like, actually scare me, because in my head, I'll always be thinking about, like, well, I mean, you could just, like, hit it. You could just hit it, and then the force generated from your arm on that tiny little thing will send it flying, even if you're not necessarily well-built. But I digress. None of this is important to what I'm talking about. I had to get it off my chest, okay? The story itself is pretty generic, pretty straightforward. You're playing as a showrunner, you were probably evil, and you hurt all the characters, and all the characters have, like, people's souls in them now and there. I think they're robots or androids. I know in Chapter 2, I haven't played Chapter 2, I haven't played Chapter 2, and I will never play Chapter 2. I just, because I saw the length that people were saying, and I was like, oh, no. Granted, I did skim through a Let's Play of Chapter 2, just because I was a little bit curious, and they are, like, these weird android creatures. I don't know, this whole series, I'm just not into it. That being said, you know, I don't doubt that the creator is into their own thing here. This really doesn't strike me as, like, a strong lack of passion, like Muzzy did, or, you know, any of these other games that I've talked about before. So, creator, if you happen to be watching this video, you know, my opinion shouldn't really mean anything to you, because people are clearly playing your game and clearly loving it. So, I don't know why you're watching this video. It will have 0 views. And 2, my opinion literally doesn't mean anything to you. So just keep making what you're making. You're clearly, you know, people are clearly into it. People are clearly liking it. And you know, your craft will only get better. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about Mince Hints. Bye.